presentation of the National Football League.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-0. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, 45 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Dolphins 7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab.
Down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
Luke now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. It's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Willis got to have this one. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done. Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the LA Chargers. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, up, Brandon Gunn, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Colts! Tyler Warren, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7.
So that winds up a
Chargers
7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14. Chargers.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. It is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top. Play he makes there. Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
As a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
And Xavier Worthy,
36 yards.
and the Chiefs add 6 to their lead.
The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone.
They kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10.
Browns 10.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
A lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, here's Walker.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those three. Football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis with me from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game. And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running.
And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to put...
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 4 yards out. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
You find a way to pick up first downs.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And this time he is in. Ray Davis. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield. Gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now Lawrence. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
Here, the difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge for the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board and still trailing. It's 7-3.
And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Tootin. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Tootin, 42 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Bengals.
Figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Estimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. 2 ticks left here in the half. On is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hand.
Drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown 22 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. McPherson on for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
As he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins, 42 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
They'll secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And the tight end goes in motion left. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after here coming up.
The extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
34. Jaguars 24.
Out and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better.
EA sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots.
And now, your defending AFC champion, New England Patriots.
Ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Naylor from 8 yards out. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone.
Patriots nothing.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
And they're getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against...
Touchdown Raiders! Michael Mayer, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the give, Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a...
It is a perfect Sunday afternoon, and in the Steel City, those are reserved for one thing, football, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Today, we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Head coach Mike McCarthy and your defending AFC North Pittsburgh Steelers.
Fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board. They've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Throwing now is Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
21-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory. In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard.
A big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that, no problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone, touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. Throwing is Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Gunnar Helm. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this one's right there. That pushes the lead to 13-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Sly able to put this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10.
Who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 88 yards. And the Titans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
You know what? This back has really turned into a great pass catcher. It's a testament to the work he put in to get better every season he's been in the league. And it's that drive that has allowed him to have such a long career.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
24, Broncos 10.
Than this for an opportunity.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Openings, take their shots.
Here's 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jalen Waddle And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Lutz is good. And they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you want
quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to win this football game here in overtime.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
But, Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So that'll do it.